Let's welcome Kathy Holly and Spotlight.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show tonight. I have an exceptional theme. We're going to talk about burlesque. And I know everybody's thinking, burlesque, what's that? Well, we're going to go deep into burlesque tonight. I have with me three guests, Kellita, Andrea, and Raya Rose. And we're going to talk about burlesque, different aspects of it. And first guest, Kellita, I think you did a beautiful job of introducing yourself on this particular video. Let's show the footage. It's from a documentary that you have. So let's introduce Kellita.
I'm Kellita. Your Mr. Rogers meets Glenda the Good Witch meets Maud from Harold and Maude, Showgirl Shaman hostess for the evening. And on behalf of myself and my whole bevy of beauties, we welcome you.
And that is a little excerpt from your Vimeo video from the inside out, right?
Yes, it is.
So let's talk about burlesque and your approach to it.
I love that, Kathy.
Yeah, is it a way for women to get discovering themselves?
Absolutely. Women or anyone who's approaching it. Yes, absolutely. To come home, really.
Come home to what makes them themselves.
Feel like themselves. Yeah.
Great. Now, I know you did a TED Talk, and you talk about drip trauma, right?
Yes.
Well, let's watch the clip that you explain a little bit about it in this particular clip. Let's show that.
Drip trauma affects all of us. It's just the matter of how much each one of us experiences it. Drip trauma is born of relational wounds, and it is healed through the balm of relationship. The same soil that births it resolves it. And I came to learn this, surprisingly, through the art of burlesque. And I'm sure that not everyone here is familiar with burlesque. It is an often misunderstood art form. For a long time, it was primarily a form of titillating cabaret dance performance, catering to the male gaze. And then it almost died. And then in the mid-90s, there was a revival whose focus became to empower the artists. When I came onto the scene, I was not yet carrying a clipboard, but I knew that there was another potential layer here, although I couldn't quite articulate it. And it was this stage that became my laboratory for exploring relational healing. Would you like to see my lab?
That's great. So you've helped many women that have gone through trauma.
Yeah, and I would just say the trauma of being alive. This just doesn't have to, it's just being human and being in relationship with other humans. Yeah.
So everybody has some
absolutely
trauma, right?
This particular kind, absolutely.
Now, in your TED Talk, you do talk about doing an exercise, I think, that deals a little bit with drip.
And it's very straightforward. I think it's probably the mirroring, yes?
Well, that's what it is.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that clip, because that is terrific. Yeah.
Seeing their radiant essence. How do we heal relational trauma, drip trauma, with conscious burlesque? Well, the steps are simple, but they're not necessarily easy. At first, you need another person or a group of people. Look what I have. So I am going to say my name, And I am going to make an unplanned gesture. And afterwards, you here, you at home, you will say my name and make my gesture. You'll copy me. Kellita. Oh my God, thank you. So delicious. I wish we could do this for each person here. What just happened is you mirrored me in a very simple way, and I felt seen. Now, the miming that we practice is, or the mirroring that we practice, it's not always so mimey, but this is an awesome place to start.
Exercise. And I just saw your show, The Glory of Love.
Oh, yes.
And
thank
you
for
did
coming.
that exercise, and it was wonderful. So we all have gestures. Is that? I mean, if I did a gesture, go ahead, explain.
The heart of it is being seen from someone else's full attention and allowing them to be affected by you, and for the person doing the witnessing, because both parties receive a beautiful effect, the person doing the witnessing is also allowing themselves to be affected.
Got it.
And yeah.
And now I noticed the pictures of the women that we saw in the first Vimeo. They were dressed and they were dancing, right? They were actively doing some dance.
It's true.
So that's part of burlesque.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, using
And what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, using your whole body to express exactly what you're choosing to, with all the elements that you've gathered, with your song, with what you've chosen to wear, and for me, the intentions that you've chosen to embody, all of that together.
And you're wearing something that is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Bright red.
I
and
do
it's
love
got
red.
ruffles. And then Andrea, show us your lovely outfit. You can, if you want to lower your jacket, this is gorgeous. You came into the studio, you're full of glamour and glitz.
Well, I think every
Which
day
is
should be
great.
full of glamour and glitz.
Well, I certainly do see you, and that's what's so great about it. So, Kellita, again, your object is to help women to see themselves through coming out of themselves, so to speak.
To have the true experience of being seen by themselves and by other beautiful humans. It happens all in one fell swoop.
That's really amazing. When did you get into this, into explaining and teaching?
Ooh, well, I
burlesque?
started the teaching. I usually, the experience comes first and the articulation later. So I'd been teaching for about a decade before I began to articulate what was happening. So over the last 15 years, I've been in the process of articulating it.
It's a long process.
It's a
right?
long process, yeah.
And I think you put some of it into your book.
I did.
Yes,
I did.
I have this wonderful copy
Oh.
right here. Now, let's see the title. How to Create a Burlesque Solo from the Inside Out.
Yes.
Right? And how can people get this book?
It's on Amazon.
Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Fabulous. But tell us about the book a little bit.
It started with a list, literally, a list of 13 steps. The 13 steps to create a conscious burlesque solo. That's 2/3 of the book. So it's very hands-on. It takes you through how to do it. And the first third of the book is the philosophy behind it.
So can you give us a few, idea of the steps?
Yes.
Name a few of
The
them.
first
So-
step is creating the intentions, is deciding what you would like to feel and experience through your act. For example, I picked 3 intentions to be with you here today. I do this practice not just in creating an act. Presence and connection and joy. So I would do the same thing for the act. I would choose the 3
Great.
things that I wanted to. And that's the primary. That's where we start.
And then after that.
And after that,
what happens?
we
Like another step.
we would practice some of the essential movement medicines, one of which is the shimmy.
Oh, yeah, the shimmy.
The shimmy.
You
And
mention
holding
that
this-
word a lot, and I love it.
do. Well,
How do
it's-
you shimmy sitting down?
Oh,
You know,
holding the mic does bring a little. Here, I'm going to set the mic down.
there she is. She's shimmying. All right, there's 3 of us here and 4 of us all together, right? And let's all shimmy. Let's see how we look when we shimmy. Oh, you girls are good. I don't know. Sitting it's different, to shimmy. And to do this, it's really not easy, I must tell you. Andrea, do you apply all these wonderful rules or part of the
Absolutely,
burlesque to your
Kathy. I am
business?
shimmying at my desk every day. I promise you. I promise you.
And you're an event planner.
I am an event
Right.
planner. I am. And I love that Kellita, the things that I've learned from Kellita, do apply to my everyday.
So it is a wonderful philosophy.
It's a remarkable
Not only
philosophy.
It's an action, but it's a philosophy. Is that where the shaman comes in? It's healing.
Yes.
Now, shamans are very popular in Mexico.
Yes. It's body based, very sense based healing. Yeah.
That's what it is about. Well, I think that's great. How do you advertise? I know you have a website. We're going to show the website because
Yeah.
people can contact you if they're
They
interested.
absolutely can. Yeah.
Is there a course or what do you like
There
to
is.
do?
There's a central course called Burlesque from the Inside Out, in which I take a small group of women and we, soup to nuts, create and perform the act. Yes,
Great.
with a lot of hands-on attention and care, and bring it all the way through to a full performance. If it's live, it's in the theater, fully produced.
Just
if
like
it's
you did.
online,
Yeah.
it's its own animal there. But yes,
That's great. And you also sing.
I do.
I found that. That's part of the talent. Well, do you think you would sing something today
well,
on
for
the
you,
show?
Kathy, anything, of course.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Well, let's have you sing a song. What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing a song from the movie The Pink Panther. It's a Henry Mancini tune
Yes.
called Meglio Stasera, which means
Yes.
it had better be tonight.
Right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Kellita Maloof.
Meglio stasera che domani, oh mai. Domani chi lo sa quel che sarà. Non mi dire d'aspettare il domani che verrà. Una porta che tu chiudi fra me e te. Se stasera ti decidi a rispondermi di sì, il domani che verranno li dedico solo a te. Meglio stasera che domani, oh mai. Domani chi lo sa quel che sarà. Nasce il giorno muore e la notte porterà l'incertezza del domani, chissà, chissà. Basta un desiderio solo a non farti riposare. Una pulce sul lenzuolo che dormire non ti fa. Meglio stasera che domani, oh mai. Domani chi lo sa quel che
Bravo, bravo. I can hear the applause. It's fabulous. And you did that in your show, The Glory of Love,
did.
which I saw
I did.
last week. And you sang several songs.
more than several.
Yes, more than several. So how come you didn't pursue singing just?
It's funny because singing came first, more formally. Dancing elbowed its way to the front, and singing took a back seat for a while. And over the last, it never disappeared, but it's been coming to the fore.
And it could be part of your show. Of
Oh,
course,
absolutely.
burlesque includes
Absolutely.
so many things.
Oh, yeah.
Andrea.
Yes.
Yes, and you've been using everything you learned in your profession, pretty much part of it.
Almost everything.
Great.
Almost everything.
Almost everything. Well, you know what? I want to go to our other guest who's sitting there. Oh, Raya Rose. I know. You came and you danced at where I perform at the Lounge, Paris 75. And Kellita, you came in and sang. It was so much fun. And I understand you dance. You're doing the part of burlesque. There's the performance part.
I am
primarily.
A performer, yes.
Okay, tell me, how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for about a year or so. And prior to that, I did a lot of Latin ballroom dancing. So it's very
Oh, beautiful.
competitive. It's very strict. It's very precise. You can't really dress up like a cat or Pippi Longstockings.
Well, you know what? Guess what? I have some video footage of you dancing. So let's show that little clip. Here we go. And I think this might be at
Paris
Paris,
75. Yeah.
I think. Oh, I love it. And you've got to come back, and the band is playing, and yes, and I saw you. I mean, that's a wonderful opportunity. Once a month, usually?
Once
Paris
a month, first
75.
Thursday of the month.
And there's another video that we want to show a clip from. It was on YouTube, and you're dancing. And I think this is the flag dance. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Oh, I love it. So you were a kitty cat.
I was a kitty cat. I had a hairball. I had a flea. So you could see there's a lot of comedy. And I love that we have a Henry Mancini theme tonight.
I know. Isn't that interesting? Both of you were using music from that. And you do different characters then when you dance?
Yes,
Right.
yes. I had a Pepe Le Pew character. And so I was not a stinky skunk. I was more of like a loving skunk. And then I had a Pippi Longstocking character, really focusing on the stockings.
Pippi
and things like
Longstocking. That's a children's book.
that. It is.
Right, a story. I mean,
Yes, but she's quite
yours-
feisty.
So you're rated for everybody.
It is a PG rated show.
Yes.
So maybe
I want everyone to understand
Yeah, like
that.
a teen age, but parental guidance certainly. But yes, I keep my things on, but very close to the edge.
Sometimes it's sexier, especially when you take the gloves off. How you take the gloves off, very important. I think it's great. Burlesque is meant to be fun.
Yes,
Not
I want it
just
to be a comedy
all singing.
show. Exactly.
Yes, that's what it is in the dictionary. It's meant to be really enjoyable and funny. And now you do a flag dance
I do a flag dance. Well,
for
I have
weddings,
a few, I have a few-
correct?
I'm sorry.
For weddings.
For weddings, yes. So I have two flags, two types of flag dances. One actually is a silk fan flag. So that's something that's very artful.
Beautiful.
And
And
these are Chinese silk fans. And of course, I
Beautiful.
have my feather props that I wear for for my samba
Feathers
dances.
for your samba.
Yeah.
They're
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yes, and
Oh.
I have international flags based on if a couple is even from 2 different states or 2 different countries. I will combine the flags so that all the guests that fly in feel like they're welcomed. And I actually love that you can find the tie-in between the 2 different communities because
Yes.
it allows you to sort of see we're all pretty similar.
Would you demonstrate a flag dance for us? I would love it. All right, here we go. Introducing Raya Rose, and you will never see this anywhere else except right here on Spotlight. Raya Rose, and well,
Rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.
Vem, traga lenha, rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação. Hoje é dia de sol, alegria de coió, é curtir o verão.
fabulous. Oh, applause, applause. Now that's
Yes.
the American flag and the Brazilian.
Yes. Never let them touch the floor.
So this brings people together when you do this because that's a wonderful way to welcome somebody from another country.
Exactly.
And you do this at wedding receptions?
Yes, I've been doing that for about 10 years now, wedding receptions.
You know, maybe you could do with the United Nations. I think that would be wonderful at one of the meetings. I mean, this is a great idea. And how do people find you?
RayaRoseBrice.com.
Okay, and I think, oh, good, we have the website up there. That's fun. So, when are you going to be back doing this live at
Paris 75.
Paris 75? Or do you think
April 16th is my next show, but I do it every month.
great once a month?
Yes.
And the band is live.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Which is so great.
Dirty Works Jazz.
Dirty Works
Beautiful,
Jazz. Yeah, it
beautiful
was
band.
packed that night. It was just wonderful. And Kellita, back to you. When are you going to do your next show or presentation or workshop?
Well,
you think?
the next Burlesque from the Inside Out live in person retreat is happening in November 4th to 9th, with the show at Eclectic Box Theater on November 8th, Sunday.
And now, will there be some other dancers
Yeah,
too?
there will. There will be
great.
the dancers who've created solos
Oh,
through
terrific.
that retreat. And then
Yes.
also some, who knows, some dancers who've already created their acts coming back. Yeah.
Great. She has her costume.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's great. More glitz and glamour.
That's right.
So we don't always have to go to North Beach. I mean, exactly to hear, that used to be the place where we could go and maybe hear something and see something like burlesque or striptease. And you don't have to. I mean, go to your workshop and you can work on into burlesque.
Absolutely.
Right. And yours is rated PG. Yes.
I'm thinking of the movies. I don't know how they do the ratings, but pasties and pasties and a G-string would be where we would, that would be the least that we
The
would end
least,
with.
yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, well, unfortunately, in my profession, I've worked all over, and I was in Reno and Las Vegas, so I have seen some of that.
But
and Paris.
But yes, but what's important to know is it's not the amount of skin that shows, it's the amount of your radiant essence that is visible and tangible both to you and those lucky enough to witness you. The
I
choice
love
about the removal is completely up to your own desire and comfort in the moment.
Good. That's terrific. That's the art, right? It is an art.
For sure. Yeah.
And you reach people through dance and through what you're talking about, burlesque. Well, I think everybody should salute burlesque tonight. Thank you for being on the show, all three of you. It's a different approach. Everybody had, and don't forget the book. we can work on a solo. How to create a burlesque solo. Amazon, right?
That's where it is.
Okay. We still have a few minutes? I can't believe it. All right. What are our parting words about the art of burlesque, Kellita, first?
I think what I just shared is the most important and dear to me. It's that it really is completely, it wants to be completely on your own terms. And for you, the more that the act can nourish the artist herself, it will absolutely be for the audience. So I would, on purpose, not be thinking of what do they expect from me? What would make them like it? I start in the absolute, I turn that on its head. It's what would please me and allow me to actually radiate my own true essence the most. And if we start there, it's gravy.
And what would you say?
We touched on it earlier tonight. One of the first lessons of Kellita's course is to set intentions. And that applies to any medium. It applies every day to set an intention. And I do that every morning as a result of having met Kellita. And so, Kathy, I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow and find out what your intentions are for tomorrow and for the week and the month.
My intention is to go to Mexico and have a vacation. But that's all right. We don't,
So
something
be it
else
or
will
better.
come into it. But definitely, I think Mexico is very spiritual to me. Everybody has their own experience. Where I go, I feel it's very spiritual. And that would be great for you because you would enjoy. All of us would enjoy the trip. Now, a word from our dancer, the flags. Bringing people together with different cultures.
Absolutely bringing people together. I also think, and as you both spoke tonight, I realized very much for me, it is a very freeing act because it's a little improv, it's connecting to the audience, it's real time, and you kind of have full control while releasing control. So I can see why it heals trauma for people and brings just so much joy and fun. Absolutely.
Wonderful. And can we all shimmy when we finish the show?
Absolutely.
I think if we go out shimmying, this will be perfect. All right, ready, audience? We're going to shimmy for you. Here we go. I want to thank everybody again. We're going to go out and we're going to work on our burlesque. And don't forget how to create a burlesque solo. And there's step by step in this book. Well, everybody should go out and get the book because it's a great tool for healing. I think that would be fantastic. All right, we want to say goodbye to the audience. Everybody say goodbye. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you,
Thank you
Kathy.
for being on the show.
Hey, mambo Italiano. Hey, mambo Italiano. Go, 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 you mixed up Siciliano. All you Genovese do the mambo like a crazy with a hey, mambo. Don't want a tarantella, hey, mambo. No more a mozzarella, hey, mambo. Mambo Italiano. Try an enchilada with the fish bacalao, then a hey, boomba. I love how you dance a rumba. Take some advice, paisano. Learn how to mambo. If you're gonna be a square, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Hey, mambo.